Hello. Welcome everyone. It is Friday. We're back once again on Friday. That's right, it's Friday. In case you were not aware, today is Friday. In this time zone, anyway. Maybe in your time zone it could be Saturday, but here it's Friday. And this is today's image. It is me steering or driving of some sort. That's right, there it is. Anyway, let me welcome people. Welcome Stream Elements, welcome Wed, welcome Wallstarer, welcome Duck. Yuyuko, thank you for the 42 months. Welcome Old Man Diabetes, welcome, thank you to Anonymous Gifter for gifting 3 months to Stream Elements. Welcome Probs Not Jack, welcome Lunatic Lurker. And yeah, okay, what is this image? What is this? It is Germany. Where's all the Germans at, bro? The Germans aren't even here yet. What does it say? Tiger and Turtle. Magic Mountain, Duisburg, Germany. The tracks of a roller coaster aren't usually the ideal setting for a casual walk, but this elegant tangle of German metal, I sure hope it does, guys, is an exception. Fitted with steps rather than rails, the installation known as Tiger and Turtle. Magic Mountain boasts no cars or trains, so they can walk the whole thing, most of it though, but the vertical loop, you can't walk the vertical loop, of course. Interesting. What if we made a roller coaster track, but you could walk and also fall off? Now they got handrails, that's fine. But what if you could fall off? Tell me German? No, German. Germ in and germ out. That's it. That's everything. Anyway, it's been a while since I've streamed this. I did want to play Outer Wilds today, but I was also like, I've not done a game dev stream since like, when was the last time I did one? Monday of last week? Hold on, I don't even know. And I have like changes that I've done off stream. It can't be like not showing it to you guys because you're like, well, Wolfie, what's the status of the GBDK example game that you've been making? We don't know. Welcome, Panis. Hello. But the title, though, the title of this stream does say there is a title screen and credits now. So I will show it to you. And you'll be like, whoa, that sure is title screen and credits. I also... as I mentioned, I also have commissioned 2 songs for the game. I already had one that was done, but I had 2 more that are waiting. And he said it would be done by December 23rd, so look forward to that soon. But in the meantime, I also have added some other songs, some other royalty-free tracks. What is it called? Object discret dot itch.io. Firefox recap? What are you talking? Is that a thing? Everything has a freaking recap now. Can't believe this. So I have other music in the game. The developer of this game has made their songs available freely for use. And I was like, whoa, what the? This is also a Picross game on the Game Boy. So I was like, so I know it's free to use, but I gotta make sure because my game is also a Picross game on the Game Boy. You'll have to comment. I was like, great job. I'm making a Picross game as well. Just wanted to make sure it's okay with you. I always post this sweat smile emoji. That's like one of my most used ones. And then, you know, it's okay. So these are basically some Game Boy versions of classical songs that you all know and love. Listen to this. I don't have this one in the game, but I've added these 5 tracks 2 through 6. I have those in my game. Firefox recap sounds scary. They're using AI now. Do you see that? Freaking AI stuff. Welcome Vacuously. Is that the real Vacuously? Memories of Carrot, pathetique, exactly. Anyway, speaking of vacuums, Peak collab on Monday. That's right, Monday the 22nd. It's gonna be me, Chocojax, Vacuously, Denchi's gonna be there. That's right, Monday. It's gonna be 2 hours earlier than my usual stream time, because that's when Chocojax was available. And I was like, okay, let me find some people, and then, you know, people that are in Europe, that's a convenient time for them. And also, half the people involved are self-employed, so they're free usually at various times. Welcome Stanley as well. What about Choco J Dog? I don't know if Choco J Dog is going to be there. Oh yeah, Firefox is using AI now. It's kind of messed up. Anyway, I've added these songs to my game. But I will show you the game as it exists today. And you can be like, wow, that sure is game. That's not the game. Hold on. This is not the latest version of the game. There's newer games. Oh, because I renamed it. It's named something different now. It's not named Gameboy ROM. It's named Wolfie's Nonograms.gb. That's right. Wolfie's Nonograms. Copyright Nintendo. No, they would never. Naming things here. It's not named Celeste. This project was never named Celeste. Celeste was the name for Vacuous Sugar Quest. Whoa! Look at, holy frick! Are you seeing this? A title switch. There's a logo. Oh my god! Why does the Nintendo logo show P though? What do you mean? That's just the Game Boy. When you turn on the Game Boy, that's just what happens. But yeah, we have credits as well. Look at this. This music is placeholder, by the way. This is a royalty-free music. Look at this. We got X tags in here because he made some puzzles. Please, no one else, because I don't have room. I had to like do a lot to like fit this on the screen. It's very hard to, because if I added more credits, I would need to make a second page, and that's going to be a lot of effort. So, please. So I mean, you could if you wanted to. I might not necessarily add it. But we have, you know, we got music. What about my big old hat? Yeah, this is me. Look at this, Wolfie. There's an arrow pointing to me. I drew some music notes. We're gonna make a bunch of puzzles. I mean, you can if you want to. But I only need 30 more. And, I'm gonna be doing them today. Not all of them. Some of them. Anyway. How do I scale this so it's like integer scaling? This doesn't even have like a menu. Welcome Teeny. There we go. Okay, and then, oh, also this movement is smooth now. You see this? Before it used to be it would just snap to the next thing. Now it like eases into it. Look at that. It looks so smooth. And then this was here last time, but maybe some people missed it. We have this thing here, and then you can choose the music. Okay, 2 and 3 are placeholder. These are example songs from Huge Tracker, but tracks 4 through 8 are these chiptune arrange things that I got permission. Okay, as I stated, I have permission to use these. I've credited them in the game. So you can listen to these if you want. I've been playing this off stream as well. As I mentioned, I've purchased one of those retro handheld consoles, and I put my game on there, and I've been playing it. And some of the levels are pretty hard. Quite a few of them require contradiction strats. Let me pull up some of the images. Because I did mention last time, and Probs Not Jack was like, you should post some photos of them. So I will. I will show them to you. I'm gonna download them because they're on Google Photos right now. And then also I've been playing on the Game Boy, what's it called? What was it? I don't even, the name of the device. The Ambernic RG35XX SP. And that uses an emulator called Gambate, and that has different color palettes that you can apply. When I've been playing these, I've just been using the default, you know, in this emulator it's green. But you know how like on the original Game Boy, if you're playing a game that is not a color game, and like the logo shows up, you can press like directional buttons and it can change the palette. So there are some that are available. When did this project start? Yeah, I guess we can find out. We can find out when I started streaming it. That's right, it's back here. So, oh, look at that, it's peak. It's peak, it's more peak. It's been a while. I started working on this back in... That's like 3 months ago, what the... September. Yeah, so like around 3 months. I think I worked on Vacuous Sugar Quest for like 4 months-ish, right? Something like that. So like this one has been in the works for a while. Yeah, that's right, it's peak. Whoa, speaking of peak, go back to the VOD earlier. Check it out, photos. Guess who that is? That's Vacuous right there. So there are some photos of me playing this. And you'll notice there's like colors. Look at this. There is not just the default, but this is one of the palettes that's available on this device. That's pretty cool. It's blue, but check this out. It's blue. This one looks so nice. Looks pretty good. That's there. And then we have like a photo of like the solved puzzle. That's there. It's like greenish, somewhat. Anyway, it's pretty cool. Right, it looks nice. But I think I've solved a bunch of the puzzles. And I've taken notes on which ones are like kind of hard. I don't know if I'll adjust them to make them easier, but I don't know. Just something. Anyway. As far as puzzles that I've added, I've not added any new puzzles since last time. We're still on 120. Hard ones could go later. I think it's good to like distribute them. Move the more difficult ones, cause like you don't want just like a bunch of difficult ones in a row. I think like maybe you don't want them so early on, but then like you don't want them all to be like back to back either. So like maybe like one hard one per page. Maybe like the last one. No, but then people would know. They'd be like, oh, this last one is gonna require contradiction strength. Ain't no way. Gonna be a slog to finish the game then. But like I don't usually play the levels in order. I feel like probably a lot of people play the levels in order. When I'm playing them, I just like I play one and then I'm like, okay, let's jump to like the next page and play this one. But there's options. But yeah. That's the current status. What else have I done so far? Bunch of things. Decorations, credits menu, cursor movement, something, fixing text flickering. Are there 365 puzzles like days in a year? No, there's gonna be 150. Only 150. Because that's how many fit. It's a convenient number because there's 15 on a page, and then you have like 10 pages, and then that's how many sprites can fit here. So I have room for like two more of these tabs. So there's going to be one over here, one over here, and then I did a bunch of other stuff. Temporary stuff, and then this was the last time I streamed it. Monday, December 8th. 150 like Pokemon. But there were 151 though. That's the thing. There were 151. Also, I think since it's like holiday season, we can start listening to like some royalty-free Christmas-like BGM, as we did last year. But what was the playlist? Let's take a look. There's like a Stream Beats Harris Heller Christmas playlist somewhere. I'm scrolling. Anyone have their favorite royalty-free Christmas-themed BGM? Safer streams. The discography. Discovered on. Here it is. Stream Beats Christmas. Is this a new song? I don't remember this from last time. Is this their new Christmas song? What is this? We'll play through these in order. I don't know if these are good. They might suck. But, you know, there's several. A bunch of them. Anyway, so today we're going to work on some puzzles. Now, Problem's Not Jack, if you want to work on puzzles, feel free. Just keep in mind, I might not necessarily add them. Possibly. Well, look, it's Peak. Hey, speaking of Peak, Piccolo. Did I add a pod loader? I have not. I guess I could. What if I don't want to? What if I simply didn't want to? Alright, so last time we added these ones. Okay, we had this parrot one. This cat in a box. Sushi. This one was nice. I was playing on the train the other day as well, and I solved this one. I was like, oh yeah. Sometimes like I don't remember like what the puzzles are when I'm playing. And then like halfway through I'm like, what is this one? I definitely designed this puzzle and I don't remember what it was. And then at some point I'm like, oh yeah, the sushi. Oh my god, that sushi. I know what that is. Anyone have sushi recently? Not me. I have not had sushi in a while. Look at this. I'm kind of proud of this logo though. Like, so the nonograms text was just from a font, but then like I drew the Wolfies myself. It was based loosely on Mario's Picross logo. Mario's Picross. In the game itself, you have like this thing, Mario, that I kind of like, it's kind of similar. This A, I think, is the same. Then I have to make up the other ones. I think this font works pretty well. And it's still a bit empty here. I'm thinking of adding like a Wolfie here. Like the Wolfie sprite that I made some time ago. Maybe just like him walking. There's also stuff that I need to add, like over here. There's nothing over here at the top left. And usually in these kind of games you have like the character, it's like blinking or like walking around. Or like after you solve it, they can be like, yay, you've done it. Stuff like that. I don't know. It's still to be determined. You're hearing this Christmas song right now? It's kind of low, isn't it? Let me raise the volume. What about this? It's still somewhat low. It's actually still really low for some reason. But then if I increase the volume, it's like loud for me. Maybe this is fine. Anyway, it's picross in time. Christmas themed puzzles. There's like a snowman. I think I had one that was like a present as well. Where is it? Snowman. I wish you could like search through the tags in a sprite. I guess they don't usually expect you to have like this many tags. You can also decrease your voice volume. No, but I can't do it. I would never decrease my voice volume. Because this is a thing about streaming is you want your voice, if your voice is loud, it's fine, because people can turn it down. But if your voice is like not loud enough, sometimes people can't turn it up more than 100%. And this is also the max that it goes to on OBS for for Spotify audio. Oh, I could increase it in the hold on. I have like a program that like routes the audio. I could probably increase the volume of this on here. Output channels. Okay, no, it's already 100%. Interesting. Can I increase it more though? No, I can't. Well, whatever, it's fine. The music's not that important. What's important is me. That you can listen to me and my voice and the very important things that I'm saying. Such as collab on Monday. It's kind of like weird to have a collab like on Monday, because like usually I post my schedule on Sunday. And then like if it's later in the week, people have time, you know, to see the schedule and they're like, whoa, collab on Monday. But then like, you know, maybe people don't see it on Sunday. And then on Monday they're like, what the frick? He's streaming early? Oh dude, I would have watched that if I'd known. Can't believe it. And I didn't even know that he was doing his one collab of the year. Welcome Chicken Coop Enjoyer, thank you for the 42 months. Thoughts on Yule log? I do have a bonfire. There is a bonfire. There's a puzzle in the game right here. A Yule log though, I feel like I guess this is like close enough. I guess I could have like a Christmas tree. That's a thing. Sure. I'm also like rethinking some of the other puzzles that I had. Like I know I have the Twitch logo because like I stream on Twitch, but like will this like not age well? I feel like some of these might not age well. You know, some people are like, oh dude, Twitch is like problematic because they do this, and then maybe like in a few years everyone's like, what the, can you believe Twitch did this thing? And then I'm like, oh frick, their logo's in my game. Same thing for like GitHub logo. I know GitHub is just, you know, it's like commonly used, but you know, there are people that are protesting GitHub for various reasons. And I'm like, do I really want a GitHub logo in my game? Like I know I'm using GitHub to host my source code, but like what if in some years people are like, can you believe GitHub released this AI thing and they're doing all this stuff, or like, you know, they're working with government agencies that are questionable, stuff like that. So I'm considering replacing those. This is why you should have the Twitter logo, not X. I would never. It could also be a funny haha thing in the future, like the AOL logo. I don't know. I don't know about that. Yeah, also, what if Vacuously gets cancelled? And then it's like, she's in the game, and it's like, oh no, there she is. Twitter has never had any major controversies. Of course not. You see they're trying to make a new Twitter or something? Because people are arguing, they're like, hey, X is not using the Twitter brand. That means it's okay for us to use it. It's kind of stupid, but some people are like, I would love to sign up. But why though? Anyway, let's add maybe like a Christmas tree. That could be a thing, right? But that would be too easy. If I just did it like, you know, like this. Is there a way to make it so it's not like so easy? I guess it could have like the what is it called? Like the ribbons around it. There's things. Yeah, there could be stuff. Oh, there could also be random dots for snow. That is true. Yes, yeah, I left space for a star specifically. Christmas palm tree. Ain't no way. Do they have in Australia and New Zealand, do they have like these kinds of Christmas trees? Because like, don't these things only exist in the winter? Is that true? What do they have those trees even? What do they even do? Welcome, Denchi. Whoa, speaking of Denchi, peak collab on Monday. I'm gonna mention this every 5 minutes. Oh, guys, Denchi is gonna be there. That's right. The peak collab on Monday. Those trees are evergreen? Oh, I see. That's why they're called evergreen trees. Whoa, that's Denchi. That's the guy from... You know what's messed up? Yesterday when Choco Jax was announcing on her stream that there was going to be a collab, there were like people who were like, whoa, Vac and Choco Jax collab? That's crazy. There was no mention of me. They were not like, whoa, Wolfie collab? Oh, that's cool. It was just like, and then people were like, oh, Denchi, oh, that guy's cool. Denchi's cool. Denchi was on a collab stream recently with Ilya. And no one was like, whoa, that Wolfie guy, whoa, Wolfie, that guy's pretty cool. Just comments about everyone else, not the person hosting the collab. That's fine, I get it. It's fine. Anyway, it's Christmas. I'm excited, thank you. That Wolfie guy's pretty cool, thank you, thank you. You know the thing where like, you know, you set up a thing and then everyone's excited for the other people. That's fine, you know, that's fine. Joker Jack's chat sees you every stream, says no, that is also true. I was literally in the chat, so I guess, you know, they didn't need to... It's me, I was already there. They're like, whoa, that Wolfie guy's pretty cool. That Wolfie guy who's in the chat right now, he's pretty cool. But also they don't watch me, so that's the thing. People that are saying it, they watch both Choco Jax and Vacuously. But not me. That's fine. But I feel like, because I feel like most of the people that would have been excited for me being there are already like my viewers. So they already know that it's happening. Right? So the people that would not know are people that already don't watch me. So just by definition, they're less inclined to care. And that's valid. It's valid as well. I think a puzzle that has black on all sides is going to be really easy. Yes. That is in fact also a point that I raise. And I was thinking of adding random snowflakes. And this will make it a little bit more difficult. But not that much more difficult. Only somewhat more. But then, like, what else could I do on this side? There could be like a cloud as well. There do be clouds out there. And also clowns. Not only clouds, but also clowns. Look at that. There's some clouds. And then maybe like on the bottom. Hold on, what else would there be? We could have some of the decorations be like solid colored. Perhaps. Something like this. Something like that. Although, it might also make this too hard. I don't know. I feel like something about this doesn't really look like a tree. I mean, like it kind of does, and also kind of doesn't. Okay, now this looks more like a tree. Something like this. That's it. And then what? And then, of course, you gotta have the star at the top. That's it's close enough to a star, right? That's similar enough to a star. Here, this cloud could be like down here. Yo, sleigh bells. Do I have a tree in real life? I've not had a Christmas tree since I was a child. I have no desire for a tree, honestly. Does anyone else have a tree set up? Does anyone put Christmas presents? Sorry. Christmas presents. Does anyone have Christmas presents under their tree? Christmas stockings even? Anyone doing that stuff? Denchi had a small fake one. Oh wait, you know what I should do? I forgot about this. The VTube Studio Christmas items. I could add those. Items. What's the settings? Item settings. Spawn item. Okay. Christmas hat. Santa hat. Where's the Santa hat? This one. Yeah, it fits perfectly. Oh, sort of. Sort of. No, it doesn't fit perfectly. You seeing this? It clips off. I have a tree at my mom's house. We have a clown on top instead of a star. A clown? It's a joke. You think Christmas is a joke? Many people celebrate and care about Christmas. You defile it with a clown statue? Bro. Cancel this, man. This is the first year I'm basically not doing Christmas. What do people usually do on Christmas? Besides open presents. Wait, I remember there was one Christmas thing. Like a few years ago, Denchi's brother, who I've known for like a very, very long time, and I did not know he was Denchi's brother, commissioned a VTube Studio like mouse pad or something. And he's like, he messaged me and like, hey, I don't know if you knew this, but Denchi's my brother, and he works on VTube Studio. I was like, what the frick? I've known you for like, how long? Like, since 2009, and I didn't know you were Denchi's brother, and I know Denchi. It's crazy. It's a small world. But that was cool. I remember this. I see my brother exactly once a year. You should tell him I said hi. And then he can be like, whoa, I remember that guy. Do people actually do that? When someone tells you to say hi to someone, do you actually do it? So I feel like a lot of people don't. But if I can remember, I'll do it, usually. But then what do you do? Like when you tell them they said hi, do you tell the other person that they also said hi? Sometimes I forget once I leave the conversation. That's usually how it goes. I do. It's a good conversation starter. Perhaps. Hey, this person says hello. This person told me to punch you. Whoa, whoa. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? To me specifically. Welcome, Classic Carabelle. I think if I put this here, it would make it a bit more challenging as a puzzle. And then maybe instead of these being only like a single pixel, we could have some. We'd have some that are larger, you know, some larger things. No, that's too big though. I don't know about that. Like, you know, sometimes people put like Christmas presents like on the tree. A lot of the rows and columns are just math. That's the thing though. It has to be interesting. Top, left, right are still just mad. This one. That is true. It's so true though. You're actually so correct about this. I wonder if I can just look up Christmas tree monogram. Oh, look at this. See, like something like, well, this one's not inverted though. That's the thing. These one, they got color ones as well. Santa, we could have one that's Santa. What if Santa gets canceled though? What if I put a Santa one in my game and then people find out Santa's problematic? You know, what the freak, Santa, he did what? Okay, what are some things I can add to make this less easy? The Dutch Santa kind of got canceled. What did he do? Oh, what if there was just like a pile of snow on this side? He does break into 9 billion homes. There's not 9 billion people. Surely. They dug up Santa's bones recently? I don't think that's true. I feel like I would have heard about this. Welcome BrainZap. Welcome JD. How is the Christmas spirit? It's alive and well. You guys know that they added snow things to Peak? You can find out on Monday's Peak collab. That's right. Collab on Monday. Peak. There's snow. They got snow in the biomes. That's right, Denchi. Denchi's gonna be there. They added no things. No, they added snow. Snow things. Santa has a little helper named called Zwart Piet, who is traditionally portrayed in blackface until recently. Oh, and vacuously, and also Chocojanks. Wow. The gang's all here. That's right. Some of the coolest people on Twitch.tv. It's true, he was a real-life saint with real bones? Santa? Saint Nicholas? Bro. That's crazy. Here, maybe adding some snow piles makes it, like, more interesting of a puzzle? Somewhat. Probably. I think so. There, look at that one. And then what? And then what if the shadow of the tree? No. A present? It's kind of hard though. How do I fit a present down here? What if it was like this? Oh yeah, what if we had like presents like that? What if these could be interpreted as being presents? Or what if like this? What if it was like this? Then... No. Might be hard to read now. I think it's fine. If the right cloud was all the way up, the right cloud, why not the left cloud? Like if it was all the way up here. Like this. Wait, what if these, yeah, what if these weren't snow mounds, but actually presents? It's also a possibility. Oh, what if it was like this, and then like that? No. It's probably fine. Crimbus? What's the deal with Krampus anyway? What is Krampus? Snowing presents. Alright, let's see if this is solvable. It's probably solvable, right? Whoa, look at that. That's pretty readable now. You could tell from the silhouette that it's a Christmas tree. Oh, I should probably also credit this website, considering I've been using it for like everything. I'm gonna put that in my notes. I don't have to, I guess. Not really any sort of like requirement, but you know, it has been very useful. But then I would need to like make room for it though, that's the thing. I would need to move some stuff around. I guess I do have like one line of space here. I guess if I removed... I can't remove this. There's no way I would remove this. It's fine. Whatever, it's fine. Alright, is this solvable? That's the question everyone is dying to know the answer to. No. No, it's not. Alright, what if it was like this? What if it was like this? What if it was... Maybe that's good enough. Perhaps something like this. What if you included the nonogram niffin.dev default puzzle as a credit to him? This one? You know, that would be a good idea. I think so. Yeah, and then I can get rid of the Twitch logo. I'm gonna replace the Twitch logo with this one. It's a good one. Okay. Replace Twitch logo with Niffin logo. True. True. That's a good idea. Alright, what did I change here? I've added one thing here. And there was nothing else. Everyone having a good Friday though? Anyone having fun? Any fun plans for the weekend? This is the part of the stream where I solicit chat conversation topics. Alright, new tag. Christmas tree. Crimbus tree. Christmas tree. Procrastinating on work stuff. Hardly working. Working hard or hardly working. Wrapping present. I've not wrapped a present. I don't think I've ever wrapped a present, now that I think about it. I'm not sure if I have. Maybe like when I was in school. And you know, they'd be like, oh, let's wrap presents for people. I don't know. Don't tell my bosses I'm procrastinating on work stuff. I mean, it's like the end of the year. People usually don't do anything at the end of the year. I have to make a model Zeppelin for my friend's model train showcase Christmas party. You have to make it? Did you volunteer yourself to make it? Or were they like, you're now required to do this? You have to. For the party. I volunteered, but I don't really want to. But why would you volunteer though? Out of obligation? Gonna go to a holiday party tomorrow. It's planned to be an all-nighter at an arcade. Are they allowed to do that? Is it a round one? Round one arcade. Like, what arcades even exist? Volunteer. I'm also gonna add Northern Lion to the game. Like, what if he gets canceled? But like, he's not gonna get canceled, surely. There's no way that he would get canceled. Yeah, look, this is him. You need the headphones though, because otherwise people don't know. You said some problematic statements about women. Well, sushi. Something about slurping water versus gulping versus sipping or whatever. Title is egg with headphones. No, the title was going to be bald streamer. You have to fit his glasses on here. Might be kind of tricky actually. So he has like stubble, right? It's gotta be like this. But also, I don't know, I feel like it's too noisy if I add too much. 1 pixel taller? How can the glasses be so tall? I mean, the whole thing could also be wider. Yeah, maybe like this. How do people even draw glasses? Yo, that's totally him. That's him. And maybe this can be a bit more egg-shaped. Oh, but then we need we need this for the headphones. It's gotta be like that. There. Perhaps like this, and then you gotta have his microphone. As you all know, he is in fact a streamer with the microphone. This is his mic right there. That is an Elgato Wave 3. As everyone knows, that's the mic that he has. And then what? And then the rest of him. The rest of the lion. There he is. I guess the eyes could be like this. Whoa, that's him. That's him right there. I feel like this is probably not solvable though, given that there's all these 1x1s. Tiny 2x2 light shading? But how could you even have shading though? It's already the lightest tone that it could be. Could not be even lighter than this. No. I guess it could be like this. Perhaps. Now he looks angry? No, he doesn't. How does he look angry? What if it was like one dot? No, let's just not have it. Symbol thingies? Wait, what symbol? Oh, those angry symbols? But he's not angry though. That's the thing, he's not even angry. Do you think this is solvable? Well, you could totally tell that it's him. Hey, that is surprisingly solvable. That's cool. Okay. New tag. Bald streamer. It could be anyone, you know? If he gets cancelled, I have plausible deniability. Okay, he's not the only bald streamer out there. And people will think that it's him, but it could be someone else entirely. Welcome, ChocoJax. Well, speaking of ChocoJax, Peak collab on Monday. That's right, the gang's all here. Everyone in the collab has shown up this stream. They're all here. 3 PM Eastern Time. Whoa, speaking of vacuously, Peak collab on Monday. That's right, they've never even spoken. Because their time zones do not even overlap. It will. And Choco was like, I've never even heard Denchi's voice. She doesn't even know. She doesn't even know Denchi's voice. I haven't. Well, you will. And then you'll be like, wow, that's him. That's him right there. That's Denchi. It's John VTube Studio. What if it gets starstruck? It could be a disaster. That would never happen. He's so calm. She stays calm. Yeah, what if Choco gets starstruck? I was talking about this, Choco, earlier. When you... Yesterday? I think yesterday or 2 days ago. When you brought up the collab and there were people in the chat. They were like, whoa, what the? Choco and Vac collab? That's crazy. And someone was like, whoa, Denchi, that guy's cool. No one said anything about me. No one was like, whoa, Wolfie, whoa, that guy's cool. It was just like, oh, the other people? Oh, that's cool. Those people are cool. They already know. See, that's the messed up part. They just don't even appreciate, okay? It was 2 days ago. Actually, yeah, that was 2 days ago. Yesterday, though, some people said something. Michael Hunty was like, yeah, Wolfie, whoa, Wolfie collab? That was cool. We are so cooked. They've also added snow. I don't know if you played since the recent update, Choco, but there's snow in almost all the biomes now. In Peak. Michael. Now you've summoned him. Now Michael's going to show up. Alright, so I've added Christmas tree, I've added bald streamer. What else? What is another thing to add? Mario hat? Did I add the crate? No, I found it was like kind of hard. No, I think the crate ended up being like too easy though. Cause it's just like a plain square. Welcome, Michael. Who ping? I guess you'll just have to know scroll in the VOD for context. He doesn't even know. We were talking about Denmark. What if it's a 3D box crate? I do feel like I have like a lot of puzzles that have boxes in them though. Like we already have cat in a box. We have like a few other things that are kind of like box related, I think. Was there other stuff from Vacuous Sugar Quest that I should add? Hold on. Banana? Aren't you glad? This banana? Thank you. I worked on this on stream and then like I deleted it because I thought it didn't look good, and then I made this off stream. Thoughts on a pickaxe? Like for Minecraft? I guess I could. I have played Minecraft on stream a long time ago. I could have it. Anyway, Twitch is gonna run ads, so I'm gonna drink some water. Alright. Right. What else was in Vacuous Sugar Quest that I should add? Let's see. Godot, Celeste, assets, entities. So I do have this sign is in the game. This tombstone is also in the game. We have a flag in the game. I mean, I feel like this falling platform is like not that interesting. Spiked platform? I do have all these items in. We have this one's there. Cookies in the game. This cake is also, I think, in the game. All of the power-ups are already in the game. We already have a mushroom. We don't have the crate. Bow and arrow. What about all the power-ups on the Vacuous Sugar Quest Halloween mod? No, that's like, it's too much though. Tea. I do have tea. Tea was added. What were the other power-ups? There was like a microphone, right? I did have microphone on my list of things that I could add as puzzles. Let's see. Let's take a look. It could be like one of these. This is like a pretty standard microphone. Something like this. This is like the usual. When you think of a microphone, this is like the default mic. Although like the record mic, the record icon on phones is this one. Maybe I'll add something like this. But I do feel like I also have a lot of like puzzles that are just object, yeah. They're just like object rotated 45 degrees. We have like sword, we have like a bunch of other stuff like that. How do people even make interesting puzzles? Oh, this one was Christmas related. Maybe bow and arrow. Let's add bow and arrow. I feel like that's like fairly interesting, right? Maybe it's not interesting. How do you even add a bow and arrow? A bow and arrow. What if there? Okay, what about something like Outer Wilds related? I have a UFO in the game. What about what's something that's Outer Wilds related that would not be a spoiler? A planet? I already have a planet. Yeah, Glorp is already in the game. Curly Brace. Oh, Marshmallow. Oh, true, Marshmallow. That's also a Peak reference. True. And then I could add the flame. Add Curly Brace, but I've never played. I mean, I have played Cave Story, but I've not played it on stream. Yeah, it's a reference to multiple things. Okay, so a marshmallow. That's also a reference to the Japanese Q&A website that VTubers use, where people can ask questions. That's true. It's a thing. Alright, so like a marshmallow, it would be perhaps like this, and then you have the stick, right? The stick. Tag yourself in the stick. And then to make it more interesting, you can have like branches off of it. Have I ever toasted a marshmallow? Not over a campfire, but there is a restaurant named Cozy or Cozy. And this was a long time ago. I remember they sell a thing where you could like, they give you like a fire and you could like toast your own marshmallows. So you can make your own s'mores. Yeah. I mean, I've toasted a marshmallow like on this thing, if that counts. Oh, this was back in the day. When I did this, it was with Temmie. You guys know Temmie? Temmie from Temmie Undertale. Temmie from Temmie Undertale. Temmie from the Undertales. Back before Undertale even existed. A hot pot? I feel like that'd be kind of hard to have as a puzzle though. Anyway, okay, so this one you could have like a fire, right? There's like a fire right here. A flame, if you will. I wonder, wait, do I have photos of that? Photos.google. If I search on my Google Photos, marshmallow. Yo, I do have photos. Wait, I do have photos of it. When was this? This was taken in. This was 2012. Holy frick! Back in the day, 2012. This was the last. This was the last and only time I've toasted marshmallows. Had a bunch of people over there. 10 years ago, 2012. No, that's like. It's like 13 years ago. Yeah, and then they give you like Oreo cookies, but these are like really big Oreo cookies. It was pretty good. This was taken on my iPod Touch. You guys remember that? Before I had a smartphone, an iPod Touch. One mallow is definitely burning. Here's a second photo. It's pretty much the same photo, but like worse. Look at that lighting. There it is. MP3 players. I had a whole conversation about MP3 players some streams ago. I like mentioned some MP3 players I had, and then some people in chat were like, whoa, what the frick? I had the same one. I had the same Cow-On, whatever. The Cow-On MP3 player. Was I a Zune guy? I did not have a Zune. I was a Cow-On user. Cow-On? Yeah, Cow-On D's. Got him. Can't believe he fell for it. Okay, so this is the flame. Actually, how do I make this more like a flame? No. Is this discernible as a flame? Probably. There. Okay, and then like the bottom of the marshmallow could be like a little bit toasty. And then that. Whoa, that looks pretty good. Shading, bro, he's got shading on this thing. Oh, what if like part of it was like dripping off? What if it was like... No, that's too much. It could also be like a little bit uneven, right? Marshmallows are not perfectly even. High quality image, exactly. Maybe this part should be sticking out this way. No. What about on the top? A light green oval half. This. Actually, I feel like we should have you should have like the stick poking through like part of it, right? Maybe the stick can be just be black. And then you can see this part through it. Like that. No, but then it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, if I make this outline this color. Oh, okay, the marshmallow could be like this. Maybe. I don't know if that's better. Is that better or worse? Maybe just like this. Yeah, this. Yes. There, and then the roundness part could be on the bottom, like this. Yes. Of course. There it is. Alright, now I feel like this one is probably not going to be solvable given these pixels that are in the middle of nowhere. So I will probably have to adjust it slightly. Yep, okay. The entire thing is not solvable. Alright, so I could make this have a double outline. Perhaps. Maybe. No, that also doesn't work. What is the problem with this puzzle? I think this fire could be a bit larger. Yeah, I think that's okay. The issue is that this dark part is too far away from the other stuff. You could also just have like, you know, some random one-off pixels there. As flames tend to do. They do tend to do that. They're just out there. And also do that. Alright, that is solvable. Now, does that mean I don't need this though? Okay, so I do still need some of this at the top. But I don't need all of it. I could remove some of these. What if it was this? Double outline looks pretty good, but it might make it too easy though. Because I do have a lot of puzzles that have like things that go diagonally like this, and I feel like it tends to be pretty easy. I guess I could add like one more here. Alright, that's good enough. I could also maybe make this one. This could go down, maybe. Maybe like that. Like this. Yeah, whatever, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. Okay, new tag. Marshmallow. Nice. Alright, what else? What else do I add? Marshmallow? When was the last time you all had a marshmallow though? Wait, I had one on Tuesday. It was like a holiday party and they had like these waffles. And they had marshmallows on them. It's true. It's there. Might have had one in my hot chocolate. The marshmallow option, they also had a Dubai chocolate waffle. And it like had too much stuff on it and I was like, I don't want this. I instead got the s'mores waffle. Had one a few weeks ago. I feel like I don't really tend to eat marshmallows. It's quite the uncommon occurrence. Dubai chocolate. Dubai chocolate. I don't really tend to buy chocolate actually. I don't buy chocolate. I think it's too sweet. Welcome Zoli. They are too mellow. Marshmallow. It is seasonal. Dubai chocolate. Doob, isn't that the nickname for Doobie, the VTuber? Doob, I chocolate. Me when I'm chocolate, and Doob is there. Do we have a big tree? I mean, I literally added this one. Vacuously is not amused. A big tree referencing Timber Hearth? I don't know, we have enough trees in the game. A geyser? I could add a geyser. A geyser. A maple leaf? Wait, a geyser is also in Peak though, right? That's also a Peak reference. Pixel art. Geyser. Pixel art representation of a famous artwork. We already have that though. The famous artwork known as Wolf is rat. Choco J Dog, sorry. Choco J Dog. Pixel or geyser? Mickey Mouse? AI generated bunch of stuff out here. Iron Man? Bird? Charizard? Spider-Man? Oh, an umbrella. Wait, do I have an umbrella? I do have an umbrella. It's one of the earliest ones. Starry Night was the most crowded museum exhibit I've seen in my life. You saw the real Starry Night? Bro, that's crazy. Crazy, dude. Fish Kirby. Bear. Surely I've seen it too. In real life? No. I have not seen it in real life. I've seen photos of it. What are some other like Christmas things? It's at MoMA. Yeah, but I don't go to MoMA though. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, people that go to New York are like, you could see a Broadway play, you could go to museums, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. You lived it, that's why you don't go there. It's for tourists. That's not true. People from New York go there. But I'm like, why would I go there? I could go there at any point, and then I don't. But I mean, I've been there. I've been there before. And they did not have Starry Night there. As far as I know. Mario's Picross. Bird. Yo, what the frick is this Yoshi? Why does Yoshi look like that? An hourglass? I do have an hourglass in the game. Mario. Mario's hat. Plumber's hat. Just some kind of hat. Wario. A sheep. Oh, that's a nice looking puzzle. The Wham. Sonic. Hey, that's not real. Someone modded this. A cooking pot with a ladle. Banana. Mario. Mario? Can I add like Mario's hat? That's not that's not Mario's hat. Oh, what about like a Christmas hat? I guess Zweihander? I do have a sword though. It's not exactly the Zweihander, but it is a sword. And you can't have multiple swords. That would be too much. Alright, Christmas hat. No, I feel like it's not interesting enough as a puzzle. Sand. Check my list of things. Miku? Hatsune Miku reference? Oh, what about like some kind of reference to like a well-known Miku, like a leek, maybe like a green onion leek. But that would also, that's like also not that interesting of a puzzle though. Got a Miku Nendoroid the other day. Wait, which one though? Leak on aisle 3. I get it. She made that reference today, and I was thinking of Hatsune Miku as well. But then she said it before I could. Isn't that annoying when that happens? When streamer makes a reference that you were thinking of referencing, but because they have no input lag, they got it first. It's messed up. The rabbit hole? I did not know that they had a rabbit hole Miku Nendoroid. Back is more original than you? Maybe. Leak. Okay, what if I just straight up add Hatsune Miku? No, there's no way. They can't let me do that. Rabbit hole one just came out? I see. 0 ping diff. See, that's... Streamers have an unfair advantage. A shield like in Tunic? Wonder if there's like some other thing I could reference from Tunic that is not a spoiler. You absolutely can do that for Miku. But do I want to though? Have I made Toho or Aikatsu references? I do have an Aikatsu reference. I have two of them actually. There's the hair bow, which is this one. This is a reference to Ichigo. And then I have an axe. The axe is a reference to Aikatsu as well. But Toho, I don't know if I have a Toho reference. It's probably something, right? Oh, actually, you know, this rabbit puzzle is actually surprisingly hard. For a 10 by 10 puzzle, it's like, it took me 7 minutes to solve this one. A broom could be a Toho reference. Every frame. Oh, I could have Bad Apple. I could have like the first one of the frame of like Reimu eating the apple. And I'm like totally okay with referencing Toho like directly. First 3 frames. I could like have this. This could be a puzzle. Oh, but would it be too easy though as a puzzle? It might be kind of easy. Can you make every frame of Bad Apple a separate puzzle? Someone else could do it. A broom could be a Toho reference. I could add this. Could I represent this as a puzzle? But also make it interesting somehow. It's the Bad Apple drink. 2 Towns Cider House. They're good. I've never even heard of it. Can I just like take this image and just... No, I have to resize it. Can you name all the people characters depicted here? Alright, let's see. That is Tokai Teo. She's wearing the Love Light uniform. That's Konata. That's... I know her. She's from Idolmaster. I don't remember her name. This is Ui. Shigure Ui. This is... What's her name from Bang Dream, right? Is this Calf? This is Kaede from Niji Sanji. That's Snow Miku. That's Hatsune. That's not Hatsune. This is Hatsune Miku. This is Hoshimiya Ichigo. Is this Otto? This is what's her name from Precure? That is Otto. I've named all of them except this one, and this one, and this one. I should know this one. I don't remember her name. You can't add a bad apple. It will spoil the bunch. There's only one apple though. Kasum. Oh, she's from Love Live? I've never seen the Love Live that she's in. I'll write if you don't. She was literally the second person I mentioned. Haruka from I Miss Yayo. Oh, it is Bandream. See, I knew, because like it's got the same art style. Well, I know characters. Discord.com/channels. What do you mean channels? 2 years ago? What am I clicking on? I don't know what that. I can't click on that. I know several things. Name some things and I can be like, I know that thing. I'm aware of several things. Bad apple. You guys know on Vacuously stream today, she made several Love Live references. She was building a marshmallow house. Sorry, not graham cracker. What's the name of the house? Gingerbread house? You're telling me a gingerbread this house? Okay, what if I resize this to 10%? Message in Wolfie Discord from 2 years ago? What did I say? It might not even have been me. Okay, this is also still too big. 20%. There's a Wolf. He doesn't even know about the Wolfie Discord, bro. He doesn't even know all the cool discussions we have there, such as emotes that get posted when I'm not streaming. Media Discord app. What is this? Two Town Cider House featuring Nomiko. That's a Bad Apple reference. He's posted a reference to the viral song Bad Apple. Okay, this is recognizable enough. Surely, if I put this in the game, people will be like, "That's freaking Bad Apple." Oh my god! I can make it a bit. Hold on. 25%. That's right. Straight up just copying something. Not even designing my own puzzle. Okay, that was too big. Okay, maybe like 22%. 22%. Damn, it's Bad Apple. Well, does this... Hold on. Like, you could tell, but also, like, I feel like some of the details are lost here. Some of the important details have been lost. Like, I feel like the ribbon at the top is a bit lost. Maybe 20% was fine. Whoops. I like how I invert it. It's just like a frame from the music video. You have to choreograph the dance they do in the music video. Do you know that there's a Just Dance clone, like arcade game, that has Bad Apple? Is it Dance Rush Stardom? No, that's a different thing. That's a different thing. I was confusing it with something else. Okay, I feel like this one looks enough like it. Dance Around. I have not heard of it. There, okay, this should be recognizable as Bad Apple. But is it bad enough of an apple? Did you recognize this? Good night, Vacuously. Thanks for stopping by. Unfortunately, Bimani hates adding popular songs into Dance Rush for some reason. There's a single Vocaloid song, No Toho. It looks like a toilet. No. No. What if I invert it? Invert cover. Does that look like Bad Apple? It's because the apple has a flat top. GN Pan. No, Panis isn't sleeping. He's just posting it because Vac is sleeping. He's hopping on the bandwagon. Surely. Okay, what about this? Does this look more like an apple? Is this apple-like enough? Alright. I think I could also remove like 1 pixel from there. Previous version was better? You think this is better? I feel like it's too flat top. You could add shading. That would go against the spirit of Bad Apple though. Bad apple known to be monochrome. You think this was better? I feel like you need to have like something here, right? What if this was this color? Maybe if there was a one more white pixel in the crook of the arm. Yeah, I feel like you need the stem. There's one more white pixel into the crook of the arm. What is the crook of the arm? What? That's a phrase that I've heard before. I don't really know what the crook of the arm is. Hold on, but there's also like, there's like this. I mean like this? Like this? Perhaps? I mean, you could tell. You could tell this is bad apple. Like right in front of her chest. Like. Here? Oh, like, oh, you meant like here. There? Wait, right in front of her, like, here. Like here. See if it's solvable? Surely it is. Column 8 or so. Row 13. There. You're saying that there. Oh, let's see. No! No! Okay, well. Do we need to change some things? Oh, that one pixel? You know, one pixel changes everything? What if we just had that one pixel? Welcome the Wandering Shadow 7. What about that? Is that enough like it? Sure. Sure, maybe this. It's fine. New tag. Bad apple Ramu. Perhaps. Stemless. No. It's probably fine, right? It's probably... Oh, what if I remove this pixel? Then it looks more orb-like. Even though it's not exactly the same, you know, because the shape is like this. But I think it's more recognizable this way. Imgur.com. Alright, what is this? What is this image? You're saying to move this down. But that's just a different frame though. A different frame. I feel like this is fine. This one looks enough like when she's like the frame when she's like about to like move the apple toward her mouth. Surely there's a frame that looks like that. Yeah, it's like somewhere between this and this is when we have this. And what if I also remove this? Alright, that's good enough. Bad apple Ramu. It's probably not that interesting of a puzzle. Because you got like this. You go straight up. You got like 3 things that are just straight up. And then you can just like connect from there. And then this goes this way. I guess not every puzzle has to be like challenging. Alright, what are some other things? What are some other, what's like a Tunic reference that isn't a spoiler? A shield. A shield. They see a large blob, have to think, what in the world is this? And then they still don't know. Oh, bad apple. True, true, it's bad apple. The fox goddess lady. Oh, what if I had a Slorm? Slorm? What about... well, we have a treasure chest. I mean, it's kind of a Tunic. What if I just said the treasure chest is a Tunic reference? What about a windmill? Oh, we could have a windmill. I feel like a windmill is like pretty interesting as a puzzle. Yeah. I just have to be careful though, just because like the way that the shape goes. Now that the Christmas sales are upon us, can you be talked into buying cheap, older fighting games? No. Fighting games? Probably not. But other cheap games? Maybe. 3 sale? No. They always have at least 4. It's fine. If I don't make it like too like... If I don't have it go out too much. Or it could be like one of these. Okay, this one looks AI generated. But like, you know, the general concept. Or like one of these, yeah, something like this. It's a good reference. Alright, new frame. New frame. Alright, so a windmill, it's gotta have the thing in the middle. DuckDuckGo can hide AI images? Oh shoot, I didn't even notice that. Nice. Didn't even know. But okay, but I need that image that I had earlier. Oh no. Which I'm pretty sure was not AI. How does it know whether they are AI images? They use a block list. No, you can block AI, but then they have duck.ai. Bro. Ooh, what about a lighthouse? I could also have a lighthouse. It could be like a silhouette, and then there's like a thing, and then it's like darkness, and then like a light shining. Why am I looking at pictures of giants? What do you mean? These are windmills. Is that a reference to something? Simply, you just don't understand. Okay, windmill. Giants. I don't get it. xkcd.com/556. Someone, which one is that? Can someone describe it to me? Alright, windmill. Windmill, that's also a reference to Mabinogi. Mabinogi has windmill. That's the breakdancing move. It's a classic one, but you have to describe it. For someone who doesn't feel like clicking. Don Quixote. Donkey. Wind turbines, free characters out, start growing legs, start causing chaos. Don Quixote shows up. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know who Don Quixote is other than the Japanese store. Whenever anyone mentions Don Quixote, that's what I think of. The Japanese fire hazard store. Yes, it is going to hate the 1x1s, but then we can have these. That's right. These. That might also be too easy though. Don Quixote rises to battle when the windmills become tripods. Tripod, yeah, try potting these. Haha, got him. Fell for it. He fell for it, bro. Gum. How do I make this look nicer? It's a humorous Spanish story about a deluded nobleman who read too much medieval fantasy, tried to become a chivalric knight, causing silly situations and chaos. One of the protagonists thinking windmills are giants. Oh, that's what you were referencing. I had a lack of knowledge, so I just didn't know. Imagine knowing things. Imagine understanding references. Could not be me. I don't think I can make this windmill look good. Just based on freehanding it. What if I just rotate it? Maybe that's the better way to do it. Just draw one of these, copy, paste, and rotate. Oops. Overly Sarcastic Productions has an entertaining rundown of the story. No, I think the description that was given to me right here is good enough. I can just imagine the antics that this man did. Oops. No. Okay. There we go. This doesn't feel rotated enough. I think, hold on. Let me do this again. I think I did not rotate this one enough. It's 90 degrees right there. And then rotate this one. Oh, but now I don't have room for like the bottom part. Now this is too large. What about this? What about this, guys? That's probably fine. That's what she said. What did she say? What is she saying? What is anyone saying? Is anyone even sane, guys? You sane people in here? If you stick a line going up, you can turn it into a ceiling fan. No, but it's a windmill. It's gotta be a windmill. There. Okay, what if the middle was larger? I don't know. Okay, maybe this is not it. Maybe we just don't have this in the game. Maybe we just don't have windmills. Because rotation at a 45-degree angle or other angles is not as good. Now what? Now what? Let me look at my list of ideas. Mario hat, bagel, ball streamer, and anchor. I do have an anchor. It's one of the 5x5 puzzles. Oh yeah, anchor right here. There it is. Yeah, we do also have a ship. Do I have bald vac as a puzzle? Yeah, it's right here. It's right there. Bald streamer. It includes all bald streamers. Mario. Bowser. Oh, what about the Godot logo? I could add the Godot mascot. That's fine. It's an open source thing. It's fine for me to add to my game. Godot logo. What if Godot gets canceled? It's fine. I think that's fine. It's Christmas. Yo, guys, it's Christmas. Oh my god, it's Christmas. A one-horse open sleigh. Yas Queen sleigh. Someone tried to cancel Godot over something really stupid. What did they do? What did Godot even do? A one-horse open sleigh. Anyone slaying? Anyone out there slaying? Sleigh bells. Alright, so the Godot logo. It's got these things. Actually, it might be too easy of a puzzle though. There's like a lot of like, well, maybe not. Maybe it's actually fine. Bro, it's literally Christmas. It was Godot calling themselves woke. That's fine. Imagine being asleep. You would want your engine to be awake. So it does work. Alright, Godot logo. Godot logo has got the nose right there. It's got the eye. It does not look good. It looks like it has seen some things. Godot logo pixel art. You got a gift sub to someone with sleep in their name, makes it hard to search for sleep. Yo, I hate when that happens. It's true. Is it Sleepy Bug? You get gifted Sleepy Bug. Do I have one? Yeah, there's sometimes when I get gifted a sub and it's like their username, part of their name has a word that I use for a lot of emotes. Oh, when I have a nano Dan emote, I can't use, like, when I try to like type nod, you know, a lot of streamers have a nod emote, but like nod is like a substring of Nanodan. It's crazy. I mean, I guess this is like, people can tell this is the Godot mascot. It's fine. Even though the eyes are a bit strange, you could tell. Bat-at. Yeah, Northern Line. A lot of the nod emotes I have are nodders. Not me, though. Not me. When will they make the Game Boy a target platform for Godot? That would not happen. Because Godot's requirements are too... Sorry, the Game Boy requirements are too strict. Too much stuff going on out there. All right, this is discernible as the Godot logo. And actually the eyes are a darker color, so it could be like this. New tag, Godot logo. Go dot logo. Go dot. Hey, that's not the same thing. That's a different creature. That's not even. That's Mike Wazowski. What if I had like a settings menu? What? Yeah, this one of these gears, often associated with settings menus. Godot logo. Oh, there was another thing that I wanted to change from back here. Choco J Dog. Choco J Dog, for some reason we have this one pixel that bothers me. That's good. Is the logo solvable? Surely it is. It's gotta be. It is. I feel it's gonna be really easy though. How do I make this like not as easy? Maybe that's fine. It doesn't, not everything needs to be like really hard. But you also don't want too many things to be too easy. Welcome, Angry Seal. Okay. Am I developing for an actual Game Boy? Yes. You can play this game on a real Game Boy if you had the means to put this on a cartridge. look, here it is. Here's the game on a device that can play Game Boy ROMs. Real device, a real device out there. All right, next puzzle. What is the next puzzle? Also, Twitch is gonna run some ads, so I'm gonna drink some water. All right, hammer and anvil under blacksmithing. Anvil. I think I'll try adding a lighthouse. Hammer and bonking someone when they drink water. Oh yeah, I could add that specific hammer. That is a thing. Hold on, a lighthouse though. So it's got to be dark, you know, for a lighthouse. And then, you know, the beam of light being emitted. But then I guess if it's dark, okay, so then we have like the, well, what does the lighthouse look like? It's like this. All right, so it's just like just have like a building like this. And then they're usually like striped. And they also have like a tower at the top. Although the light comes from the top, so like hold on. So this top part needs to be the one. Whoops. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, so this thing is here, and then you have like this thing at the top. Maybe this could be lowered. You could also have the island, you know, the lighthouse could be on the island. Although, what if we did this? A monochrome lighthouse? No. No. Spray can, I already have that though. This is totally different. This is a totally different thing somehow. You live in an island, you should know what lighthouses look like. Do I live on an island? Is Brooklyn an island? Map. Me when I don't know if I live on an island. I mean, it's like not really. Is it connected to Queens? I don't live on an island. What are you talking about? You think I live in Manhattan? Ain't no way. Brooklyn is on Long Island, but if you said to someone that was from Brooklyn and you said Long Island, that's like a different thing. Like, is not everything an island at some point? You're like, North America is like an island, somewhat. I don't know. Are continents not just islands? At what point is it an island? All of North and South America is a big island. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know how to make a lighthouse into an interesting puzzle, because I feel like this is also too easy. Concerned at the easiness of these puzzles. No. Add rocks on the shore. Lighthouse stripes are thicker. Yeah, but I feel like if it's like too thick, then you can't really tell from the... maybe it's fine. Whatever. Maybe this is fine. And then the bottom, we can have the door on the bottom. The lighthouse door. Geographically, both Kings and Queens County are located on the island, but some argue they're culturally separate from Long Island. Exactly. All right, so this is the island, right? This is the part. Is there a way to imply the cylindricalness of the lighthouse with the stripes, such as a bit of extra on the bottom? I mean, if I had it be like this. We put stripes on a cylinder, it looks like a tenga. What about 11 ga? I think this is fine. And then you have the island. Lighthouse feels very triangular. I mean, there's some triangular lighthouses. Probably. No, you're right. You're so right. This guy's always right. A tenga like Aya Shame. Shamemaru. What if it was like this? What if this was the lighthouse? Oh, oh, that's what you were saying. A Tengu. Alright, well, I guess, okay, this, you would not have this, because then the lighthouse would need to be on an island. And then maybe like this. And then we could take the easy way out, just add a bunch of stars. What if we just did that? That's like the easy way to make a night scene a bit more interesting, perhaps. Yeah, it also looks like snow. Am I not adding the moon? How would I even fit the moon here, though? Is there even enough room? I guess that's a moon, right? That's a moon right there. Do I have any plans for New Year's? When is that? That's a stupid question. When? I mean, like, what day is it? Guys, when is New Year's? Holy frick, it's on the 1st this year? Bro, you guys know that Christmas is on the 25th this year? What the heck is up with that? It's gonna be, okay, so it's gonna be Thursday. I will not be streaming on Thursday, most likely. But you know, Wednesday, that's a day that I stream. So, for some of you, that will be New Year's. Due to the time zones. A more uniform slant. A slant for what? Oh, for the lighthouse? For the light? Or what? Of the tower? What do you mean? This? No plans? My plans are streaming. I will be streaming. Instead of really wide at the bottom and then straight. I mean, they do need like a wide base, like somewhat. Well, it could be like a house or something. I don't know. That are really, I mean, like this, like that. Well, I feel like, I don't know. Does the moon ever go this way? What do you mean? What do you mean by this? Alright, we have a bunch of stars. Sure. Oh, what about like a ship? What if there's like a boat down here? Wait, but how do I make it look interesting? It has to be... It has to, but somehow the moon being shaped like C feels wrong. Have you not seen the crescent moon? What are you talking about? What is bro talking about, man? Simple boat with flag. Welcome, Ilorezi. There. I don't remember ever seeing the moon facing that way. What is he talking about? What are you talking about? Like this? The moon can face many ways. The property of the moon. Okay, surely this is an interesting puzzle, right? Okay, but then like without without like, okay, so like in this one you can't really tell because the stripes are the same color. Unless I made the stripes this color. But then I feel like maybe that makes the puzzle too easy as well. Maybe it's fine. Actually, maybe it's not too easy. Because like we do have enough like other shapes here. You don't need to tell while you're solving the puzzle. I mean, I like to design them in a way that you could tell before the colors are revealed. That's the way I design them. Just because I think it's good. Dark stripes makes the puzzle easier. White stripes would make it harder. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would prefer so that in the monochrome version for people to still be able to be like, oh, that's what that is. Because that's part of the fun. Because otherwise it's kind of just like... Otherwise you have a situation like Kimono Friends Picross where it's just like... You have no idea. Yeah, this is solvable. Alright. New tag, Lighthouse. Isn't White Stripes the band with Jack Black? I don't know. Isn't that Tenacious D? Lighthouse. Lighthouse, it looks pretty heavy to me. Right, guys? Am I right, guys? Haha. Do you have New Year's resolution? Nope. I generally don't. It's not really a thing that I do. You could be like everyone else and be like 1920 by 1080. That's my resolution. Bro. 3840 by 2160? That's crazy, dude. I have 2 things I need to wrap up for 2025, which I can do whenever. Not whenever. You only have like a bit more than 10 days. Oh, what about an Animal Crossing? Wait, Animal Crossing. What about, what are some things from Animal Crossing? We could have like the leaf. The furniture leaf logo, although would Nintendo kill me for this? They wouldn't. Surely they would not. It's just like a leaf with like, I don't even need to say Animal Crossing. I could just say leaf with the Tanuki leaf. Wait, isn't that what this is? I don't know. Can we have Raised Fist Balatro? That's too much effort. Froggy. Ooh, Froggy Chair. Froggy Chair. We gotta have Froggy. Surely this is fine. Froggy Chair. They don't own a copyright on Froggy Chair. That's like a abstract concept. Alright, Froggy Chair. Nintendo owns both frogs and chairs. There's more than 2 frogs and chairs. You're saying there's only 2 of them, both of them? Okay, Froggy Chair. It's gotta be green, of course, it's gotta be green. And the frog is here. That's the frog right there. Any travel plans for 2026? Not particularly. And by particularly, I mean I don't. Alright, Froggy Chair. Frog is here. And then you have, it's gotta have 4 legs, much like a frog. But some of them could be in the back, you know? Some of the legs are actually behind. So they can be colored black for shading purposes. Look at that. This one is here. I will try Japan next year if I can make the money for it. I think that's a good idea. Japan is pretty fun. Would recommend. What will happen if you beat all puzzles? Nothing. You will have the satisfaction of having beaten all the puzzles. I guess I could consider adding. What would I add though? Fireworks? Secret final puzzle? No. Let's see, maybe just some kind of message. Thanks for playing the game. Message when finishing all puzzles. What kind of faction is the Satis? What is he talking about? The satis. Me when I sit. Bro, that's the satis. Satisfaction, I see. You're trying to make a joke and I didn't understand. Can't believe this. I just don't understand comedy. Does anyone understand comedy? What's the deal with comedy? What's the deal? Sometimes things are funny and sometimes they're not. That doesn't make sense, George. I don't understand. I think I do not understand comedy. Bro, he doesn't even know. I watch streamers that aren't funny and laugh at them. Like who? How could you do that to them? Why would you watch unfunny streamers? Alright, there's Frog. The frog's got nose and then it's got a smile. This frog looks so silly. What a silly looking frog. I feel like, okay, so like the nostrils are a bit much. I feel like they only really work when they're really small. Them being this large is distracting. Okay, and then froggy chair. Froggy chair. And then what? Frogbert. You guys remember Frogbert? Good old Frogbert. Alright, that's distinguishable as a froggy chair, right? If you saw this, you'd be like, that's a froggy chair right there. You guys remember Wolfie? What happened to that guy? Kind of fell off. Ham would send this in Nano Dance chat. Froggy chair. Bro, how's it a frog and a chair? You're telling me you can have a frog and a chair? What's the deal? It's a frog and it's a chair. What is this, some kind of froggy chair? That's the basis of my comedy. Jerry Seinfeld impression. Even though he's been cancelled several times. Can't believe he continues to reference Seinfeld. I don't know if I mentioned, but Wolfie is one of my top streamers. I think you did mention that, yes. Very nice. Very, very glad to be up there. Alright, that's Froggy Chair. Guys, that's Froggy Chair. Is this enough like a Froggy Chair? No Seinfeld puzzle? I would not have a Seinfeld puzzle. That'd be problematic. There, okay, that's right there. That's a frog right there. Wolfie was not, okay, who were your top streamers then? If I wasn't on there, who's even on there? Oh, actually this mouth is a bit more like, more like this. Bill Cosby? No. Aggie probably. He was nice. He hates nice Aggie, even though she's nice. What the frick? Who does this guy think he is? He thinks he's too good for Aggie. It's crazy, man. Has science gone too far? Bodega, Takako, Mburb. That's the only one you listed that I don't know. I know the other ones though. What has happened? What has happened to society? Is this enough? Is this froggy chair enough? There's something about this doesn't look correct to me. It's like this is not round enough, I think. But I also don't know how to make it rounder. Like this. It's like very like rectangular. The eyes. No, I think it's more like the shape of the seat. Or what if I added like this on the side? It also kind of doesn't look like a chair. It kind of just looks like a frog. Just like a regular frog, man. It should be taller. Yeah, unfortunately I can't fit. Oh, wait, what if okay, I can make it like thinner like this. But then the eyes, maybe like this. And I think the mouth also needs to be up higher. Is there a sandwich? I did try adding a sandwich earlier. I feel like it was, well, the way that I did the sandwich had a bunch of like lines going like this. And it was a bit uninteresting as a puzzle. What is my favorite sandwich toppings? Cheese. Cheese is pretty good. What else besides cheese? I would have to think about it. Bacon is pretty good. Chicken sandwich. Chicken's up there. I baked some bread today. I should make a sandwich. What kind of bread? Was it sourdough? Sourdough starter. Everyone's always talking about those starters, man. Froggy chair. Maybe it's this. Frog-y chair. Oh, what if it was like this? What if I just needed like some lighting? Basic flour, water, yeast bread. That sounds good. Sounds pretty good to me. Maybe this is fine. Maybe this is good enough. There's like enough info here for people to tell that it's a froggy chair. Welcome, Chaos Ryan. Maybe this leg is like too bent. What if it was like this? Happy Friday. Merry Friday to you. Once people started abandoning their COVID hobbies, I wonder how many sourdough starters perished. Who knows? Several. Billions. Billions of them. This. Alright, maybe this is fine. Whatever. This is fine. New tag, froggy chair. Froggy chair. Is this one solvable? Surely this one is solvable. Yep. It kind of just looks like a strange creature that is not a chair. Maybe I need like a thing here. Ah, whatever. It's good enough. What are some other, like, some Animal Crossing things that I could add that would not infringe on copyrights? The leaf. Furniture leaf. I remember there was a machine that knead and bake bread. I think Zojirushi is the brand. They also make rice cookers. Money bag. Bells. A bag of bells, perhaps. Let me put that in my list of ideas. Used to have a bread machine? What happened to it? You sell it? Animal Crossing something. Animal Crossing items. But I used to have, I mean, my parents had it when I was a kid and they threw it out. Oh. I see. Well, why did they throw it out? Why would they do that? Man. Wait, television. Stereo bed. Workbenches. Orange. Space. Space shuttle. They barely used it. They make decent bread if you're lazy. I feel like if you're lazy, you probably would just like buy bread from the store, right? Lucky Cat, that is true. I could add the Maneki Neko, which is the name for Lucky Cat. Oh, what about this? Tori? Yeah, we could add like a Japanese shrine. That's a thing. Freshly made bread is different than store bread. Yeah, but then it's like if you're lazy though. I guess there are various levels of lazy. Tori. Okay, Tori Gate. Tori Gate and Maneki Neko. What else is... Oh, what about a capybara? Wait, capybara. That's a peak reference. Capybara. You gotta have a capybara. That said, I don't really want to eat any bread. This guy is low carb. Bro. Capybara. Gotta have a capybara, dude. Capybara are like very square. How are they so square? Alright, so they have like this. And then like this, perhaps. But then what? And then they have ears, of course. Oh yes, of course. Of course, and then you gotta have like, you know, you gotta have like an orange or something, a mandarin. Tangerine, some sort. Balanced on top. Obviously. There. And there it is. What about this one? Capybara. Has anyone seen a capybara in real life? What's the deal with capybara? What are they even doing? Welcome, Only Snuggle. Small sausage. No, but I don't really have the urge to do it either. I mean, what if you just saw it, you know? What if it was just there? Capybara. So like in some of these, they have like the entire like snout as this dark color. Some of them, it's like only this. Some of them don't even have it. I guess it depends. I mean, like some of these, okay, so it's like this part is dark, but sometimes it's not. Are they mammals? Of course they are. What else could they be? Reptiles? No way, right? They're fish? What the frick? My friend saw one swimming at the beach here. It's crazy, man. Capybara. You see that name there, capybara? Right there. The ear back of head looks weird. I think the ear is like too, like, it's too long. Like if the top of head was slightly tilted up toward the ear. And this. What if it was like this? Wait, this looks like a bear. Holy frick. that one small change made this look like a bear. Capybara. Bear. Capybara. Bear. It's crazy. How do they do that? Well, Capybara. Bam. If they're called capybara, why aren't they wearing caps? Have you considered that they don't want to? That someone is not simply defined by their name? Just because they have the name doesn't mean nominative determinists be like that. What am I saying? What am I saying, guys? What are we talking about? What kind of thing does a Wolfie determine? Nominative. Nom, me when I'm eating something, nom. Me when I am in Vietnam and I abbreviate it, nom. Oh, yeah, okay, so capybara ears are also like... They're like slightly sharp, right? Actually, they're pretty small. This one, it doesn't need to be like this big. But also, if it's not that big, it looks a bit weird. Like, this looks too round. And this looks too sharp. And this is not even... It's not even good. This literally is not even good. How do people draw capybara? What the heck, man? It's almost 2 a.m. 2 a.m. Yeah, we're like time to go to sleep. Am I right, guys? Haha. It looks like a capybara. So many VTubers did their last stream. They're still like several days. What if it's like a pool in the background? True. True. Many VTubers stream once a month. What's an example? Who out there is streaming once a month? Name some VTubers. Doesn't even know. Not even aware. Okay, what if the pool had like an outline? What if it was like this? And then what if it was like partially submerged? Like this. Wait, whoa, what if it was like this? It rises. I do feel like the steam would be like hard to like fit in here. Moonybug, actually, that is true. I mean, she kind of just doesn't stream. It's not even once a month, it's like... I guess she has streamed like 3 times this year. But I've not been able to watch because I was at work. What about oh, what about this? Look at this. What if the water was colored like this? You could have ripples. It could be, yeah, you could have ripples like this. That's something. That's a thing. And then what if we had like, you know, like this? Would this be... I mean, you can still kind of tell. You can still kind of discern somewhat that this is a capybara. Well, it's kind of hard, actually. But it's fine. You know, it's fine. Shading. True. True. How about a dot? Got some light source right here. No, that's fine. You should add Mickey Mouse? I don't think I will. I really would rather not. Mickey Mouse? What the frick? You can't have Mickey Mouse in the game. He's copyrighted. You can only add the Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie or whatever. Yeah. What's the silliest suggestion to make? I don't know. What would be silly? What is it so silly? Add a fully AI generated Mickey Mouse? No, but then I would have to AI generate something. And I would rather not. I've seen some games on Steam with Steamboat Willie Mickey in them. Yeah, probably like half of them are like horror games, right? Every single time something goes public domain, they always just gotta make it horror. That's the problem with society nowadays, man. What are they doing? What are they doing out there? Can of beans, beans on toast. What are those? Alright, this is discernible as a capybara. Now I feel like maybe adding like this might have made it too easy. This is probably fine. Scrandle. I mean, I do have various food. I do have a burger. Alright, this is solvable. New tag. Capybara. What about a bugle? We had a bugle from Peak. Welcome, Alchakar. A tub of insects? No, that would be too hard to represent. I guess I already have a tuba. That's like kind of similar. What else? What else shall I add? Looking at my list. Looking at my videos. Oh yeah, wait, oh, we had these. Forgot about these. We had Tory Gate. This we could add this. Lucky Cat. Alright, so this one specifically, I think Mario's Picross already has this. I don't know if they called it Lucky Cat. Maybe they don't. Surely they do. Surely in some Picross game they have this. But that's fine, that's fine. We could also have it. Alright, so the cat has a raised paw. Right here. It's also... it's like this. And then you have the cat itself. Gotta have ears. Statue of Liberty is possible. How do you make it apparent that the cat is like... I guess this is fun. Lucky Cat is both the Balatro and Clover Pit reference. And Animal Crossing. Add the winning numbers for the Powerball jackpot, but I don't know them though. I don't know what they are. Alright, and then the cat is the other paw goes around this way. It's like this. And then like this. Something about this doesn't look correct. I think the cat is like usually fatter than this. But also it looks slanted. I think I don't have enough space on the right side to really make this balanced. It also looks like it's saluting. It's doing an 07. Maybe that's also fun. Saluting cat. Okay, it's got to be a fat cat. How do I make this look like it's like this? Something like this. Okay, that looks more like it. But it also does look like a salute still. And that's fine. That's actually fine. Punching position. Oh, he's about to punch us. Why would he do that? Add my wife. I miss her. I don't know what she looks like. And also, it has to be relevant to me. To my stream. Welcome, Hickfool. Title screen and credits. Are we close to release? I still need 21 more puzzles. Add your wife? I don't have a wife. Not even an anime wife. You know, some people, they're like, they have waifus. They're like, this is my favorite anime girl. And they're my wife. I don't even have that. Welcome, Hamflo. Cat. Look at this cat, bro. Look at this freaking cat. How many in total? 150 puzzles. Moneki Neko. It's Christmas. It's literally Christmas. Hey, wait a second. Is there a significance between like which paw is being raised? Moneki Neko, which paw? Is this a thing? Left. It can be found with either paw raised. Left paw is to get more customers, right paw is to get more money. I mean, doesn't more customers lead to more money? I guess you could have fewer customers that give you more money. I don't know. Which paw? No. Both paws like this guy? It's also said the one with the left paw is for business, right is for home. What if I just called this one Saluting Cat? Instead of it being a Moneki Neko, it could simply just be a Saluting Cat. Or not. What if I just delete it? It is time to end the stream, so I will delete this one. And I will work on this more off stream. For now, I will commit it. Add puzzle. Watch like one of these not work. Because it has like more than 7 things. More than 7 clues. No, it works. It works fine. Whoa, capybara. There is. I feel like I could add some more stuff to the top of the capybara one though. There's like, oh no, that's fine. We have this. I thought it was totally empty. Well, okay, let's commit this. Let's push it. And now it's time to end the stream. Look at what we added today. We had Christmas tree, bald streamer, this thing. Left hand salute is rude in some countries. I actually looked that up when I was making Vacuously's 07 emote. I drew it with left hand salute, and then I was like, oh shoot, is there significance to this? And then I looked it up. Most armies use right hand to salute. In the UK, they used left hand. Well, in the UK, they standardized on right hand sometime in like the 1700s or something, right? The 1800s. But before that, they could use any hand. But then I was like, then I looked up the salute from Peak, and they used their left hand. So I was like, okay, that's fine. It's fine. Left-handed because she's British. No, but then they standardize on right-hand after some point. But then I looked up, yeah, Peak, they use left-hand, so I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I mentioned it to Vac. I was like, hey, I made this emote, but like I realized the the side that it's facing might be wrong. But then she was like, oh, that's fine. I also salute with my left hand. So it's valid. Anyway, it's time to end the stream. Let's see what day it is. Let's rate someone. Ugly Sweater Day. Hard Candy Day. Emo Day. She salutes in real life. I guess at some points maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I've saluted like in real life. If ever. Okay, what day? Ugly Sweater Day raid, maybe? Oatmeal Muffin Day. Underdog Day. Ugly Sweater Day raid. I don't know what emojis will be relevant for this one from my channel, but you can find one probably. There's a time where I greeted people with a little nod and bit of a salute. Underdog. Sans Underdog. Alright, who do I raid? Who's streaming? What about this person? Nope, that is a BRB screen. Let's not raid that person. What about what about this person? What about Soy Milk? What if we rated Soy Milk? She's doing some kind of science technology thing. Sure. Slash raid Soy Milk. Cylinder. Is this a reference to the guy who the cylinder guy? Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with Variety Saturday most likely. And collab on Monday, guys. Remember, collab on Monday. 2 hours earlier than my usual Monday stream. We'll have a collab. There's going to be several people. It's going to be Peak. It's going to be me. It's going to be Choco Jacks. Vacuously. Denchi. That's right. It's happening. So look forward to that, or don't. You could also not look forward to it. You could also just not show up. Also valid. But you could show up. It's really up to you. Your decisions determine what you do on that day. Yep. And now I wait. Now I wait for several seconds. Okay, the raid's going. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.